Hello friends, I'm Michael Kingswood. I write fiction for fun and profit. Before we get to today's show, we have to do one thing real quick, and that's a little spot from our sponsor. Fortunately enough, our sponsor is me. In a world of valor and magic, two soldiers flee from their past. An isolated mountain town suffers under the heel of a vicious band of brigands. An offer of redemption for the one, salvation for the other, but not without great risk to both. Action and adventure await in Glimmer Vale, the first book of the Glimmer Vale Chronicles. Get your copy today, wherever great books are sold. Alright friends, it's Monday. I've got my hair down, which means it's time to do some more music. And we're going to deviate. I had been going through the new Nightwish album the last couple weeks, but we're deviating because I like more than just them, and some very kind people have turned me on to some other stuff. So there's a nice person called Ty Havard, who, hopefully I said that right, who left a number of suggestions of things that this person thought I might dig based on the Beast in Black song I covered a little while back, and was like, well shoot, I can't be rude, so I gotta start looking at what this person suggested to me. So we're going to go down through that list that Ty left, and left a number of things. Today we're going to do the first one. Band called Lovebites, and the song is called Breaking the Wall. Breaking the Wall, Breaking the Wall. From their live recording in Tokyo. Even if this hasn't been recommended by a kind viewer/listener, the fact that it's recorded in Tokyo is cool. I love Japan. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright, here we go. Lovebites, Break the Wall. Go! Love the riff already. Love it. switch up is pretty great. Ooh, nice. Nice. Okay, so wasn't sure what I expected on that. When it first showed up, I was like, is that baby metal? Is that not a, I don't know baby metal that well, but I've seen some of their stuff and I was like, oh, well, I know it's not, but at the same time, the motif. But man, that was great. Like I said, loved the guitar riff, loved the guitar work, and it was just catchy and great. Man, I love Japan. I spent a lot of time in the Navy, 20 years in the Navy, and I got to see a lot of countries. But the country I visited most during my Navy time was Japan, because you have the base in Yokosuka and Okinawa and other places. Pulled in there a lot. Went to Okinawa a bunch, Yokosuka most. But pulled in for port calls, but also flew in to do training and exercises and other things. In fact, I'm here in San Diego, and the second to last, I did two tours here before I finished up my Navy time. And the first job I had here, I had to fly to Japan like 3 or 4 times a year, and just for things. And it was like always dug it. And I got to go on what they used to call it. They split me off from the command I was with to go do a temporary duty thing with a sort of a temporary wartime job elsewhere. Not that I was ever in combat, but it fell under those things. And the job I had was in the Philippines, but we were going to be going on a ship a whole bunch of different places. And I knew one of the places we'd be going to several times was Guam. And it was like my last time traveling west was like, I'm going to encounter Japanese people in Guam. I'm finally going to learn Japanese. So I bought the Rosetta Stone language program, and I'm on the ship studying. I'm learning stuff. I'm like, we pull into Guam, and where a lot of Japanese tourists go to Guam. And I was like, I'm finally going to be able to talk to these people in their language. So I'm going up and trying to talk to Japanese tourists and failed completely. Because there's a big difference between learning vocabulary and learning some of the grammar and all that stuff and actually talking to people. Right now, Rosetta Stone has this cool thing where you can go online and talk to native language speakers as part of the training thing. But when you're on deployment on a ship, you can't really do that. So I was just kind of going with the software as it was. It didn't work out so well. I came back from that individual deployment and went back to Japan a few more times and still tried to converse, and didn't work so well. But the Japanese people are always friendly and always polite and always very welcoming. But when you show even the slightest hint that you're trying to talk to them in their own tongue, suddenly it's like, whoa, you're so great. And it was a lot of fun. But anyway, so when I saw this was recorded in Tokyo, that was like, it brought back a bunch of memories of me and my traveling days. And it was like, oh, that's cool. But all girl band, crushing the metal. Man, that was good stuff. I had heard the band name before, but I never heard any of their stuff. Like I mentioned Baby Metal before. I've encountered them several times before, and I know a lot of people love them, and I've approved of what they do and liked them, but I never really got into them. I don't know why, I just didn't. But this group, I had heard the name, but I hadn't encountered before, and man, I dig them. I'm gonna have to check out more of them. Yeah, so that's great. So thanks, Ty Havard, for suggesting that. And I guess we'll have to go down the rest of your list because that one was a winner. Well, everybody complains about Mondays, but I don't, because Monday is when we do music. And so we're going to keep on doing that on Mondays. But don't forget to come back on Saturdays, because on Saturdays we do Story Saturday here, because like it says on the top of the thing here, story time. The purpose of this channel is for me to have fun, but also I write fiction for fun and profit. Mostly fantasy, science fiction, mystery. And I share some of my stories here on this channel and elsewhere on Saturdays for Story Saturday. So you should come back and check out some of those stories, because everybody loves a good story. And maybe you'll find something you like. And if you find something you like, you'll be like, hey, I like that guy. I like his musical taste. I like his stories. Maybe I should buy some of his books. To which I say, yes, you should. MichaelKingswood.com/store is the best place to find my books. You can go elsewhere to get them, but that's where I make the most money, because it's my company store and you can get them there. Otherwise, just come back on Story Saturday and hear a story, and, you'll enjoy it. Regardless, if you haven't subscribed here already, you should. If you haven't told all your friends about the cool stuff we're doing here, you should. Yeah, come back on Saturday for some stories. Or, sometimes we play games around here too, because I just doing this to have fun. And since I'm tanning it to my writing and my writing business, it's like, this is a business thing. And all of a sudden I've been looking at all those video games that I haven't played in years. It's like, hey, shipmate, you can play video games and claim they're for business by streaming them, and then you don't feel guilty for playing all those games you haven't played in ages. And who knows, maybe it'll amount to something, maybe it won't, but it's just a fun thing I'm doing. Anyway, yeah, thanks again to Ty Havard for that suggestion. We'll get through the rest of those suggestions shortly as we go down through them. And of course, we'll come back to the Nightwish album, because I love them. Won't neglect them. And I've got some other stuff. Winter Sun put out their Time 2 album a month or so ago. Sheesh. And I've been listening to that forever. And I just noticed they released a bunch of videos of theirs, so we'll get back to them as well. And other things that I like, and other things that we'll be discovering, hopefully thanks to your suggestions. So hey, thanks very much. I'll gonna sign off and get to other things now. I'll talk to you again soon, but until then, don't do anything I wouldn't do.